Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. How are you doing tonight? Welcome to the outdoor area of Packington Hall. It's a bit different to in there, isn't it? Just look at that. We've got so many exciting things to share with you this evening. But before we get on to the new, let's consider the old for a little while, shall we? And just have a little bit of a dip into history. In fact, why don't we go on a journey of discovery? Now, what you're about to see are some wonderful cars. Now, these are driven by part of Land Rover's experienced drive team. These are expert drivers who not only deliver a great customer experience, but incidentally, top fact of the night for you, well, the first of many, I hope, these guys also coach the emergency services in the extreme driving conditions. Now then, just look at this. Who remembers this one? It is, of course, Discovery 1. Cast your minds back all the way to 1989, this one from the Heritage Collection. Just look at the graphics on the side. Do you remember that? They weren't an optional extra, they were an essential. How do you follow that? Let me tell you. It is, of course, Discovery 2. Now, this little beauty came out in 1998. Who can tell me how many changes there were between the two cars? You don't need to tell me. I've got it on a card. A whopping 720 changes. In fact, the only thing that was the same was the rear door outer skin. Then look at this. It's Discovery 3. She came into existence in 2004, deliberately designed as a more sophisticated and larger than the previous two models. Looking resplendent, don't you think? 2009, and the world was introduced to Discovery 4. This featured an updated exterior, contemporary and luxurious interior, and enhancements to engines, gearboxes, brakes, and suspension. Now let's get a little bit sporty, shall we? Look at the lights on this one, wonderful. This is the Camel Trophy Discovery 1. No vehicle is more closely associated with the Camel Trophy events of the 1990s. Land Rover, of course, were the lead sponsor of the trophy since 1981. Then how about the G4 Challenge Discovery 2? Look at the orange on this. Wow. This was the spiritual successor to the Camel Trophy. First event was held in 2003 and 4, took place in 4 different time zones. Eastern USA, South Africa, Australia, and Western USA, and that was for the seriously tough, and we all know the seriously tough drive those. And how about this? The 1 millionth Discovery produced. There she is. End of February 2012, the 1 millionth Discovery was born. There was a special event, of course, at Solihull, and this actual vehicle then took part in a charity fundraising drive where the 1 millionth Defender raised £1 million. Discovery, of course. I knew it was going to happen. I just thought I'd do it quickly. Now, you've seen our wonderful history of the Discoveries, and I know you're very keen to see what the future holds. But before we get on to that, I have to talk about this. Just look what's behind me. This, my dear friends, is a Guinness World Record. So many Lego pieces up there. I have to tell you something, though. It's not quite finished. Now, the beady-eyed amongst you might be able to spot the area that it hasn't quite been completed. We'll be getting onto that in a little bit. Let me give you some figures, however, because I know if you're interested in Guinness World Records, you want the stats. How many Lego bricks do you think are up here? I'm going to tell you. There are 5,805,846 Lego bricks. It's a lot, right? So to give you the context of that, if you were to put those bricks in a line, they'd be able to take you from London all the way to Paris, where, incidentally, this vehicle is being launched to the world tomorrow. So tonight, you are all going to get a sneaky first peek. So, we've established that the structure isn't quite finished. How do we complete it? If you just cast your ears to the skies, you'll find out, because we have invited one of our favorite customers to help us finish the build. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Bear Grylls!
You all right, Andy?
How you doing, Bear?
Yeah, good. We're halfway down.
Well, you've shown us that you can do amazing things getting out of helicopters, but have you ever got down a Lego structure before?
I thought maybe the Cossack, back scratcher and pike.
I'll catch you if you want.
Okay. No, we're Land Rover. We're well prepared.
Fantastic. Hey, listen, congratulations. Not only did you get out of the helicopter, you have the quickest hands I've ever seen. You're like a cricketer.
No, it's always good to be back on terracotta, as Del Boy would say.
Well, listen, you have an amazing relationship with Land Rover. Just tell us what it means to you.
I think Land Rovers I always think of as like the unsung heroes of so many of my adventures. You know, often on the TV you see us screaming in like this on helicopters into jungles, but actually what you don't see is the 3, 4, 5 Land Rovers who've done the 12-hour journeys through jungle tracks, carrying all the crew, gear and batteries and all this sort of stuff. So they're the unsung, sort of tough, reliable partners for us always. But that's the adventure part of Land Rover. I think what's exciting about like tonight for the Discovery is the family part of it. You know, I'm a dad, I've got 3 young boys. Always loading up the car, heading Wales, Scotland, mountains, launching boats, whatever. And that's a big part of it, I think, for us. But ultimately, for me, Land Rover is about the spirit. It's about that pioneering spirit, as they say, above and beyond, pushing boundaries, never giving up. And that spirit of adventure that so many of us here, and so many of that Land Rover ambassadors, Ben and Zara, and many others, that's what we really feel so proud to be associated with and love so much.
Fantastic. Thank you so much for joining us, Bear. You can go and take a comfy seat now. Nice one. Stay on terra firma for now, or cotta, as you said. Thank you, Bear. Ladies and gentlemen, we have remembered the past. Now, let's meet the future. Ladies and gentlemen, the all-new Land Rover Discovery, driven by Sir Ben Ainslie and the Land Rover BAR team. How you come, gents? Come and join me. Hello, fellas. Wow, that got wet. Blimey. Okay, Sir Ben, you are the first customer to have ever driven the brand new car. How does it feel?
We've spent quite a bit of time in this car over the last couple of months, and we absolutely love it. It's amazing. And it goes through water, and we can get the whole team in it, so we like it.
Brilliant. And I noticed that it wasn't just you and the team that made an arrival. You were actually pulling a Lego replica of the Land Rover BAR boat. That's pretty special. Just tell us what the relationship is like for you.
Well, that's right. It's a third-scale model of what the race boat will be, which is in construction as we speak for the America's Cup next summer. And Land Rover, our titled innovation partner, which is an incredibly strong partnership for us. And a lot of the design expertise that they have, their resource, is specifically going into making our race boat faster, and will hopefully win us that America's Cup and bring it home.
Fantastic. Can't wait to see it. Thank you very much, gentlemen. You can go and rest easy. Thanks a lot, guys. Be careful, though. It's a little bit wet on the stage now. Well, here it is. Isn't she wonderful? So, I'm going to tell you a few little things about the car while I can see the number of phones that are out now. There's so many pictures being taken. It's brilliant. So let me tell you a few facts. Ultimately, what this car says is capability and versatility. Every seat, as you've just seen, is the best seat in the house. It comfortably seats 7 adults, with 6 of those seats being heated, incidentally, which is terrific. This is the king of the hill. It is unstoppable on all surfaces, all terrains, and in all weather conditions. This is also a car that connects every generation. There's an in-car Wi-Fi hotspot. There are up to 8 USB chargers for your portable devices. And incidentally, there is also stowage for up to 4 iPads. That's pretty special, isn't it? Okay, let's learn more about the car, shall we? I'd now like to introduce the man who is playing a significant role in the ongoing transformation of Land Rover. Its Chief Design Officer, Mr. Jerry Mcgovern. Watch out for the water. Yeah. It's wet up here, isn't it?
Bit
Jerry,
wet, isn't it?
It is a little wet. I wish I had a mop, but we'll deal with that later. That was quite an introduction. Is that a special thing for you to witness?
Well, I've been to a lot of launches over the last few years with Land Rover, and they're always pretty spectacular. Land Rover doesn't do ordinary, but I think this probably tops the lot. And, when you think about Discovery and you think about that spirit of adventure, I think that it's very fitting that Zara, Bear and Ben are here as customers to help launch this vehicle, but also because they represent people that have that determination to succeed in their respective disciplines. And of course, this is the next step in the story of Land Rover, this ongoing transformation.
It's a wonderful thing to witness. And of course, you've been leading the field with this car for the last 27 years. What is the secret to the success?
Well, I think what has happened as it's evolved, it's become known as the vehicle that, it can take you anywhere. It can take you to places that no other vehicles can take you. It is all about that sort of ruggedness, that versatility, and the incredible capability. And I suppose, that was the challenge, of course, when designing the new one, is that it needed to maintain those things, but move the vehicle on in terms of relevance and being more universally appealing, particularly given that today people are using these vehicles for a whole multitude of lifestyle activities. So it's about getting that balance, recognizing the past, but be firmly looking forward.
Fantastic. Well, the new Discovery looks very different. Can you tell us about the approach that you took?
Well, first thing is, I'm biased, but I think it's a fabulous looking vehicle. Who says that SUVs have to be ugly? because that isn't. Clearly, it is a radical shift forward from the vehicles we've just seen. I like to describe it as being magnificently proportioned, because it is a big vehicle, but it carries its weight very well. It's bold, it's precise, it's aerodynamically formed. I believe this is a vehicle that will truly resonate with people on an emotional level. And clearly you can still see it is a discovery. It pays homage to its roots, the step roof, the stadium seating, etc. But this is a modern family vehicle designed to accommodate 7 adults in what is a really comfortable, very beautifully premium interior with a whole abundance of features. Probably my favourite being the fold, the intelligent seat fold system, which allows you to fold the second and third row from your smartphone.
Yeah.
It articulates. So, but don't be taken in by its good looks. This is a vehicle that is incredibly tough, capable, and also very sophisticated. And it's a tribute to all the designers and the engineers that have created this vehicle, and to all the people in the company that have brought this to fruition. And I'd like to thank all those people. I know a lot of them are probably watching tonight at JLR, and I want to personally thank them for helping bring this car to market. And what I'd like to do now, I think it's appropriate, I'd like to invite because building a car, bringing a car to reality is teamwork. It is all about teamwork. So I'd like to invite my fellow board members up to the stage to enjoy the limelight.
Wonderful.
And last but not least, of course, our esteemed CEO, Dr. Ralph Spett.
Great.
There he is.
Would
He's
you like to
hiding in
come
the
up
corner.
to the stage?
Yes.
I'll block off the water here so there's an easier access for you. Watch out for this. We'd just like to huddle close over to the car. That'd be great.
Right there.
Hello. How are you doing?
Thanks, fine.
Careful of all the water. Hi there. Hello.
Great.
I think it's right and proper that we celebrate this moment. And of course, as you know, we're not just celebrating the launch of the car, but also the fact that we have smashed a Guinness World Record. So I would like to invite Lucia from Guinness World Records to come up and present the certificate to Dr. Spett. Dr. Spett, if I could just get you to step forward for me ever so slightly to collect the certificate.
Congratulations. I'd like to say a big congratulations. You are officially amazing.
Wonderful. So everybody keep facing forward. We have a lovely moment coming up. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for coming tonight. We welcome to the world the wonderful new Discovery. Thank you very much to the board members. You can go and relax now and enjoy the most of the free bar and the free food. Fantastic. Thank you, Lucia. Very kind of you. A little bit more housekeeping. For those of you that aren't interested in watching photographs being taken, a little bit of housekeeping for you. This is quite important. Those of you that are sharing this experience on social media, you can see right at the top there, #Discovery is the information to pass out there on Twitter, etc. And crucially, this is perhaps the most important message of the night. There is now a free bar and free food back in the marquee. Later on, you are welcome to explore the various different areas and see all those finite Lego pieces for yourselves. And of course, various members of the team will be available to chat to you throughout the evening. So we thank you very much for your time this evening. I'm going to invite our customers that played a part in the presentation tonight to come on stage for more photographs. But for you fine people, go and hit the bar. Have a lovely evening, and thank you for your time tonight. Good evening.
Where would you like us?
I reckon we just pile in. All right, let's wade in.